this budget amendment for the circuit court clerk's office that's put on. You may want to have it divided as to what portion of Blue Cross Blue Shield and the other portion is postage and jury fees. Okay. Is that the only other budget, budget amendment we got?
Probation.
Probation. We did that last Thursday night. She talked about that. That's why it wasn't in my packet, because I'd already got my packet. Okay. For the ones that weren't here at the budget committee, the probation officer can take training that costs $1,000 that will help her in her office and get her certified and help the probation office be even more efficient. But save money in the sheriff's department. Decided by the budget committee to go ahead and do it this year instead of waiting till next year, because she can go to Memphis.
And she has this money.
She can go. She already has this money. That's right. Everybody understand that. This will give her some training. She'll go to Memphis for a two-day training. What she said. Whatever, it's $1,000. The money's already there. We just moved it from one category to the other. Everybody understand what the motion was? Glenn Stickler make the motion. Greg Mitchell second. Call the roll. Glenn and Greg. Yes.
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 Yes. Yes. Yes. All right. Now we're down to department reports. And I'm going to start out with the school. They're on schedule one. Hello, Mr. Curtis. Congratulations.
Welcome.
It's a privilege to be here today to discuss, Mr. Chairman, the Police Commission. The report of our schools we are underway. We'll start testing next week. So appreciate your prayers and concerns there for our students as they improve what they have learned this fiscal year. And report to you on our financial budget status: 79.67% revenue, 58.40% expenditures. We've got a lot of expenditures that will come out certainly toward the end of our school year. And Mr. Powers is here, one of our members of the County Board of Education. We'll be we'll continue our budget process. We have several budget workshops scheduled that'll be going on between now and May 1. May 1 we'll bring our budget to you. And when I look at what we have some requests adding some assistant principals that we desperately need, as well as a guidance counselor, another guidance counselor that we desperately need, and also some of the other things going on, particularly our roof situation. When you hear an architect tell you at our high school, every school, with the exception of Auburntown, have roof problems. And when you hear a architect tell you that you have words like catastrophic failure imminent on our high school roof, is pretty catastrophic, I'll put it that way. And so we've got some major roof repairs we're going to have to do. We've had a lot of heating and air issues with older units. Some of the units at the high school, we call it the new high school. I think that's a misnomer because that high school is 40 years old now. And how many of you have 40-year-old AC and heating units that you still have in your homes? Probably not too many have those units. So we're battling that. Plus, when the architect tells you of the roof repairs, and he doesn't mention in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but $1.5 million to replace a roof at the high school is one of those things. So we have our challenges, ladies and gentlemen, coming up in our budget. And again, we'll get a budget over here to you May 1, and the challenges that we have. And you look at older buildings that we have in the system. Some of our schools have parts of those schools, main parts of those schools were built in the late 1950s. And here we are in 2018, still utilizing those buildings, which we will, and we'll continue to do so. But thank you for your partnership, and that's what we desire from the Cannon County Schools, is a partnership with the Commission to provide the best possible education that we can for your children here in Cannon County. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I hope I've answered. If I'll be glad to answer any questions. I'll just tell you, I'd love to bring better news than what I bring to you in response to that. But my pleasure to serve. Thank you. I appreciate the support I've received from the Commission since becoming from the interim director and now the permanent director, with a 3-year and 3-month contract that I received the other evening at the Board of Education.
Are y'all going to try to work for accreditation?
Well, accreditation is a topic that is advanced ed education, which used to be SACS accreditation, SACS-CASI accreditation, and we're going to look at that again, Mr. Bush. We didn't lose accreditation. We decided not to do it because you do it under the auspices of the state of Tennessee now. And so many systems are going away from the advanced ed accreditation. And they're doing that because of monetary situations, Jim, that they say, do we have to do this? Well, we don't, but accreditation looks good on a lot of other things, and that is something we're re-examining.
Didn't that turn loose a little bit more of grant assistance?
It did. Accreditation, when you're looking at accreditation, you're looking at it from the state standpoint instead of just a local standpoint. So yes, you're correct in that. Nice to agree with Jim Bush, isn't it?
Mr. Curtis,
yes,
first of all, congratulations on your promotion. A lot of folks in this county are looking forward to the good job that you're going to do for our children. I don't have one in school here, but I do appreciate all those that do. What is the current enrollment total in Cannon County Schools?
Enrollment fluctuates every day. People move in, people move out, but roughly we're around the 1900 status there for current registration in Cannon County Schools.